Hey guys, and welcome back to the series A MariChat Christmas Special, written by Stacey Holt. The artwork was created and approved by Natural Wind on Tumblr. All the links are still in the bottom description box. Shane will be voicing Cat Noir and Adrian. I will be voicing Marinette, Sabine, and the narrator. Maddie's going to be voicing Tikki. Ashton will be voicing Plagg and Alya. Brad will be voicing Tom. Calvin will be voicing Nino. You can find the links to their social media and their YouTube channels in the description box below. If you'd like to show your support, you can like, subscribe, and comment. Now, Chapter 15, Heart to Heart. Cat Noir used his hand and brushed Marinette's hair out of her face as they laid on their backs in her bed. Marinette had her head laying on Cat Noir's stomach, eating on a candy cane that she may or may not have taken from the Christmas tree downstairs. She handed one to Cat Noir and they laid there staring above them, watching the snow gently fall in the skylight above them. It was dark out. It was the same day they went ice skating. It was the same day that they had a snowball fight. It was the same day that they built a snowman together and took their first picture together. Cat Noir looked over at the poster board and smiled, his cheeks blushing from seeing their picture hanging on it.
"Hey, princess?"
he asked softly, playing with her hair again to get her attention. "Yes?" She didn't move her head. She was still gazing above her.
"The other night, under the mistletoe,"
he began, feeling his cheeks starting to burn just thinking about it. He could tell she was getting nervous because her back tensed up. "What about it?" she asked, glad that they were laying on their backs so he couldn't see her face.
"Well, since we kissed, you've acted like it never happened and it's confusing. I was wondering..."
he began, feeling slightly embarrassed. He felt her jolt up and looked down at him. "Cat!" His face surprised. He stopped his sentence. "Of course I like you. Why wouldn't I?" she asked.
"I mean, you haven't really been acting like you have,"
he said. "I've been acting normal," she laughed. "Because I've always liked you, silly." His face turned red and he grabbed a pillow to cover his face. "Wait, is the great Cat Noir blushing?" she teased.
"No, of course not,"
he laughed, using the pillow to hit her in the face instead. "You dumb cat, you'll pay for this." Taking the pillow, he threw at her and smirking. They both grabbed pillows and started hitting one another for a few minutes, a few feathers flying around the room. They fell back on the bed out of breath, laughing with one another as the feathers that were flying around lightly fell like the snow outside. A few started to fall on their faces, and Marinette started to giggle as she turned to face Cat Noir as one fell on his cheek, causing him to sneeze. "Bless you," she said, blowing it off of him.
"Thanks,"
he said, smiling. "Any time," she said, pulling his bell toward him and kissing his cheek. His heart thumped faster as his eyes widened. Did she do that to prove a point? She kissed his cheek to show him that he wasn't just a friend, right? Wait, what if she didn't like him under the mask? Maybe he should ask her? She let go of him and smiled, returning her gaze to the skylight as she closed her eyes, soaking in the feeling, letting her cheeks return to normal.
"I have a silly question,"
he asked, a little self-conscious, and she turned her head, obviously picking up on it. "Go ahead," she asked, turning on her side and leaning on her arm to prop her head up, listening to him.
"You said you liked me. How do you know that you really do? You don't know me underneath the mask,"
he said. "That's true," she said with a smile. "Though I'm positive from all the years I've known you, it wouldn't matter. After Hawkmoth, I would still like you. Your jokes are just too terrible to get rid of you." She laughed, booping his nose. He smiled and blushed. How did she know just what to say to make him feel better? He let out a happy chuckle as he pulled her into a tight hug, wrapping his arms around her. He felt her wrap her arms around him as well. "You know you have to go with me to buy me more pillows," he heard her say in a whisper.
"I know, princess. I know."
Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'd like to shout out all of my friends who agreed to partake in all the voice acting, and you should take a look at all their social media and their links below. Other than that, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys!